Good evening. North Las Vegas City Council welcomes each and every one of you to our City Council meeting this evening. If you wish to speak, please complete one of the blue cards located on the table on the outside entrance as you made your way in here, and also on the end of the podium rails here. Please give the card to the city clerk, who is sitting right here. And when we call upon you to speak, we request that you limit your comments to no more than 3 minutes and that you avoid repetition. But once again, we do appreciate having you here this evening. Madam City Clerk, are we in compliance with the open meeting law?
We are in compliance.
Thank you. We're going to have an invocation by the Reverend Ann Thomas of the Journey United Methodist Church. She will then be followed by one of our local business owners, Ed Eubanks, who will give us the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise.
Let us pray. Creator God, giver of life, font of wisdom, source of love, you are a God of peace. I could not help but notice the flags flying at half-mast in front of this meeting place, a physical reminder that ours is not a world of peace. And so first I must ask for your comfort for this hurting world. Let me also say thank you on behalf of all who were gathered here today for our safety, our blessings, and indeed our lives. Thank you for the ability to be part of the governance of this community and for the freedom to do so. I pray for our mayor and the council members and the various city officials. I ask that you grant them wisdom to govern amid conflicting interests, a sense of the people as your children and what their needs are, a keen thirst for justice and righteousness, the gift of discernment, the ability to work in harmony even when there is disagreement, personal peace in their lives and joy in their work. I pray for the agenda today, for those who will speak and those who will be affected by the decisions made here. Bless North Las Vegas and its people. All this I pray. Amen.
Amen.
With hand over heart, join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas, and also Mr. Eubanks. Thank you so much for that. We need those blessings. This is time set aside for public comment on posted agenda items. When I call your name, please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. We have no blue cards at this moment. Is there anybody who would like to come address City Council at this time on a posted agenda item? Seeing none, we will close the public comment. And we move into a proclamation and recognizing November as National Caregivers Month. Council will go down front and make this proclamation.
Mr. Leroy, if you would come forward and accept this proclamation. But I have to read it first. And it reads, whereas family caregivers play an increasingly important role in the well-being of loved ones, providing unpaid assistance with both health care, tasks, and activities of daily living, and whereas more than a third of Nevadans over the age of 50 currently provide unpaid care for a parent, spouse, disabled child, or other relative or friend, and whereas more than 500,000 family caregivers in Nevada provide unpaid assistance equivalent to 348 million hours at an estimated value of $4 billion each year. And whereas the proportion of Nevada's population that is over 60 is growing more rapidly than other components, and the U.S. Census Bureau estimates that 24% of Nevadans will be over age 60 by 2030. Whereas the CARE Act, enacted by the Nevada legislature, will provide communication and training for family caregivers, ensuring smooth transitions home from hospitals and helping to prevent unnecessary readmission. So therefore, we, the City Council of the City of North Las Vegas, do hereby proclaim November 15th as Family Caregivers Month in North Las Vegas and urge our citizens to join us in supporting and applauding the dedicated work of family caregivers, as well as recognize caregiving for older, vulnerable, or disabled Nevadans as a vital and needed profession today and in the future. So congratulations to you, and I will present this proclamation to you.
Yes, on behalf of the 500,000 family caregivers that we have in the state of Nevada, I would like to show our appreciation again to the council for this proclamation. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Madam City Clerk, would you please begin with tonight's agenda?
Yes, thank you, Mayor and Council. Approval of regular City Council meeting agenda of November 18, 2015 for possible action.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We have a few changes to tonight's agenda. Item number 4 on the public hearing is being recommended to be continued to December 2nd, 2015 City Council meeting. Item number 17 and 20 on the business is being recommended to be withdrawn. With those changes, the recommendation is put forward as amended.
Thank you very much. Councilor, any comments and questions on the approval of tonight's agenda as amended? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve as amended.
Please cast your vote.
Our next item, set future public hearing dates. Set date on any appeals filed or required public hearings from the City Planning Commission meetings.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I so direct you to set any of the appropriate days needed.
So noted, Mayor. Moving on to public hearings. Item number 3, AMP 0415, CNLV Open Space, an application submitted by the City of North Las Vegas for an amendment to the Comprehensive Plan Land Use Element to change the current designation of Master Plan Community to open space on property located at the southeast corner of Decatur Boulevard and Moccasin Road for possible action.
Thank you. We would now open the public hearing. Does anyone wish to speak on this? Seeing no one here, then we will close the public hearing. Councilor, any comments or questions on this item?
No, sir. Being that it's in Ward 3 and 4, I move that we approve AMP 04-15.
Thank you. We have a motion. Please cast your vote.
We will be moving on to the consent agenda. Matters listed on the consent agenda are considered routine and may be approved by a single motion. However, any consent item may be moved to the business portion of the agenda for discussion at the request of any council member.
Mayor and Council, consent agenda consists of items number 5 through 16. The recommendation is to approve.
Great. Councilor, any comments or questions on the approval of the consent agenda? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve consent.
Please cast your vote. Items approved.
Moving on to business item number 18. Master License and Services Agreement with IonWave Technologies, Inc., in the total amount of $80,000 for a 5-year period as part of the city's Shared Services Initiative for the purchase of a Nevada government e-marketing system for use in a collaborative effort to standardize and streamline valley-wide purchasing for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Item number 19, renewal proposal for Sierra Health and Life and Health Plan Nevada Solutions HMO policy in the amount of $266,807.76 for healthcare coverage for police, appointed, confidential, and elected employees through December 31st, 2016, and authorization for the city manager to execute plan documents for possible action.
Thank you very much. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Items approved. Oh, wait.
Excuse me.
Ms. Goins, did you?
I pushed yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's not
We-
showing a yes, but we want to.
We will so note it for the record that it is a yes.
Thank you.
Moving on to the next item under business, item number 21, amendment number 1 to the professional services agreement for industrial pretreatment program support with CWA Consulting Services, which will increase the amount of the original contract from $49,624 to $66,624 to reflect an increase from $3,000 to $20,000 for supplemental services at the water treatment facility for the Utilities Department for possible action.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote.
Moving to the next item, item number 22, oversizing agreement with Van Trust Real Estate LLC in the amount of $222,446.46, funded by the Utilities Enterprise Fund, to oversize the Northgate Off-Site Phase 1 sewer with 5,225 linear feet of sewer main at Donovan Way and Ann Road for possible action.
Great. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Items approved. Mr. Higgins, thank you so much for bringing this customer to our city here. We're looking forward to this project. It'll be very exciting. Thank you for being here.
Item number 23, amendment number 1 to the West Cheyenne Well Abandonment Service Agreement with Lane Christensen Company, which will increase the amount of the original agreement from $45,585 to $54,865, and issuance of a purchase order in the amount of $9,280 for an additional 29 cubic yards of cement required to complete the abandonment of the West Cheyenne Well for the Utilities Department for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions on this item? If not, I'll take a motion.
Move to approve.
We have a motion. Please cast your vote.
Ordinances introduction only. There is no public comment for these items, and no action will be taken by the council at this meeting. If you wish to speak on any of these items, please attend the meeting where the final action will be determined and submit a blue card to the clerk. Item number 24, ordinance number 2734, an ordinance amending Title 17 of the Municipal Code of the City of North Las Vegas related to zoning ZOA 0715 by amending Title 17 Zoning Ordinance, Section 17.20.020, C-19, Sexually Oriented Business, providing for the removal of the amortization period associated with grandfathered establishments and providing for other matters properly related thereto, set final action for December 2nd, 2015. Item number 25, ordinance number 2738, an ordinance amending Title 17 of the Municipal Code of the City of North Las Vegas related to zoning ZOA 0615 by amending Title 17 Zoning Ordinance, Section 17.24.150I, off-premises advertising signs or structures to provide new procedures for the relocation of existing off-premise signs and providing for other matters properly related thereto, set final action for December 2nd, 2015. Item number 26, ordinance number 2740, an ordinance of the City of North Las Vegas repealing ordinance number 2525, being Chapter 2.24 of the Municipal Code of the City of North Las Vegas, entitled Traffic and Parking Advisory Committee, and providing for other matters properly related thereto, Set final action for December 2nd, 2015. Moving on to ordinances for final action, item number 27. Ordinance number 2728, an ordinance related to zoning, amending ordinance number 2469, Meadows Hospital, ZN 3497, a PUD, Planned Unit Development District, to allow a hospital, medical office buildings, senior apartments, convenience store with gas pumps, and related uses, and by amending conditions as set forth below, and providing for other matters properly related thereto. Continued October 21 and November 4, 2015. This is for possible action.
Thank you, Ms. Lazovich. Welcome.
Sorry. Jennifer Lazovich, 1980 Festival Plaza Drive, here tonight representing Murphy Oil. I am asking that when you consider adoption of this ordinance, you do so by deleting condition number 7D. D as in dog. That is a cleanup item, and we have had conversations with your planning staff to do that, and I believe they'll say they're in agreement with deletion of that condition.
Great, we appreciate that. Counselor, do we have any comments or questions this item? If not, I'll take a motion to pass and adopt the ordinance with the amended pass and adopt the motion, right? Okay.
I'll make a motion, Mayor, seeing as that it's in Ward 4, to accept ordinance number 2728 as amended.
That's your motion. Please cast your vote. Item's approved.
Thank you.
Item number 28, ordinance number 2735, an ordinance related to zoning, amending section 010 of chapter 16 of title 17 of the City of North Las Vegas Municipal Code by reclassifying approximately 6.39 plus minus acres therein from a C2 general commercial district to an R3 multifamily residential district, ZN 1115, Turkey Court and Valley Drive, for property generally located at the southwest corner of Valley Drive and Turkey Court, and providing for other matters properly related thereto for possible action.
Thank you. Council, any comments or questions? Is this item? If not, I'll take a motion to pass and adopt this ordinance.
Move to approve.
Please cast your vote. Thank you very much. City Manager's report. Madam City Clerk, do you have anything you'd like to report this time, City Clerk?
Well, I'd like to make a couple of brief comments. And I was away for 3 weeks to take care of some family business in China, and I was very pleased to come back to City Hall, knowing that everything was proceeding as planned, and the feedback I received from all the council members was very positive. So I thank you for working with staff. Also thank Assistant City Manager Jordan, as well as the executive team for working so hard, pushing forward with all the things that we need to work on. So thank you.
Thank you. We are not Chong-proof. We did miss you, but you do have a staff that filled in quite adequately for you. We appreciate you coming back.
Oh, thank you. I will not feel guilty to take a longer vacation next time.
Well, we know you had family issues over there. Yeah. Thank you. Council.
I'd like to make another quick comment, and I did not get a chance to talk to all the council members, and I did receive some comments about the town hall meeting we had with employees today. We had 2 sessions, and I encourage you to watch the recording that's available. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me or other staff members. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Council, do you have any items that you'd like to discuss among ourselves or with the staff?
I do have one.
Yes, ma'am.
If there is a way that we can work with the planning and zoning department so that as neighborhood meetings are being planned, that the council members for the appropriate wards could be notified of those upcoming meetings, I would greatly appreciate it.
We'll look into that.
Thank you.
Well, is there any council? Yes, sir. Councilman Barone.
Thank you, Mayor. Actually, I want to thank all the staff. We had a town hall for the southern part of my ward. It was well attended. I want to thank all the staff. I think they represented the city very well. And I know there's at least one fellow back there who actually attended the town hall. Thank you very much for all those who did attend. We're planning, of course, one more. My ward is actually very unique in that it has almost like 2 parts to the ward. we'll come up with another town hall December 3rd. That'll be right after, of course, our city council meeting. And of course, I'm now back on Facebook, and I learned how to do make an event or make whatever the heck. I announced it, so I'll do that. I'm sure Mitch will be very happy to hear that. I'm back on Facebook and doing Facebook stuff. Yeah. One other thing. Speaking of, I forgot. I did forget to put this one on Facebook. Tomorrow, the city is hosting a very nice, very unique presentation. We have some friends from Mexico, from the Mayan state of the Yucatan, and they'll be putting on a very special cultural art exhibit at our Alexander Library. Of course, I wanted to thank Forrest very much for working with our friend there from the local Yucateca organization and making that a reality. And actually, they're going to be also showing their wares at my school tomorrow at Rancho High School, our school, Mayor, at Rancho High School. So if anybody has a chance to swing on by after 10 p.m. or 10 a.m., I should say, you're very welcome.
Very good. Council on this side, Councilman Churchill.
I just want to make a comment. Today is November 18th, and it's significant for a number of reasons, but I'll pick two right now. It's Mickey Mouse's birthday, okay, born in 1928, and it's also my oldest granddaughter's birthday, but I won't say how old she is. She currently works as one of the characters at Disney World in Florida, and I don't know if she's watching tonight, but I told her that after the council meeting on council agendas, I would mention that and wish her a very, very happy birthday. She's one of three granddaughters, the oldest, and add to that, she's also in the military and served going back to Afghanistan on her third tour. So we're very proud of her. Thank you.
That's very nice. Thank you very much. Madam Pro Tem, nothing? You're fine? Thank you.
Well, I'll just add one thing that next week obviously is Thanksgiving, and I do want to wish everyone here and all of our staff who have done such a great job all year, and hope everyone has a happy Turkey Day.
Great. Councilman Brown, I'm very suspicious of Facebook since I read that Einstein said you can't believe 90% of the stuff on Facebook. So,
Mayor, no, I think that was Abraham Lincoln who said that.
I knew somebody smart did. So anyway, but no, we appreciate that. And thank you, Council, for all the work that you do for the city here. This is a public forum, time set aside for public comment. When I call your name, please come to the podium and state your name and address for the record. We need you to limit your comments to 3 minutes. Thank you very much. First, we have Miss Linda Montgomery, who's chairman of one of the most powerful committees here in the city.
Linda Montgomery, 8825 West La Madre Way, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89107. First of all, I would like to congratulate Mayor John Lee and the City Council and the City of North Las Vegas for the absolute groundbreaking initiative of placing disabled veterans within the employer community with buy-in and engagement with the union and the unions. That is groundbreaking. I don't know of any other such initiative that has been embraced at all levels. So my heartiest congratulations to the City of North Las Vegas in behalf of our veterans. Secondly, I'm here as chair of the Veterans Community Commission. I had the pleasure and honor to be installed as the chair in August of 2015. The first initiative was to begin to establish a direction and goals and a strategic plan. So I'm going to highlight for you just a few of the deliverables and what we're looking at doing. We first revised our bylaws. We established committees in the 4 strategic areas that we are missioned to provide services to veterans in 4 key areas. That is wellness, education, employment opportunities, and relocation. By relocation, that means bringing veterans into the city of North Las Vegas and being the most veteran-friendly city in the state, which I believe we can definitely achieve. So in so doing and in establishing our committees, we then began looking establishing the 9 resolution goals and mapping each of those goals to the 4 committees so that as we reach out to look for talented individuals to sit on these committees, they know what we are asking them to do. They will know what their job is. So we are a vital, focused, action-oriented, collaborating commission. We are getting our definite sea legs. We will be back to provide a full report in January. I can tell you that 3 of the commissioners walked in the Veterans Parade. That would be Vice Chair Commissioner Brown, Commissioner Ben Jefferson, and myself, and we walked both ways. I asked the naive question, well, when we walk down there, how do we get back to our car? And they said, you walk. Who knew? So we are really excited, and we have some very, very, very lofty, exciting goals, and I thank you for the honor and pleasure of leading this commission.
Well, we thank you and thank the commission for all that they're doing. It started with an idea from Councilman Churchill, myself, and the governor, and some people here, and it's growing and materializing, and it's actually your baby now. We're here to support you, but you're the chairman, and we appreciate you for that.
Thank you very much for
Thank
the
you,
support.
Linda.
Thank you.
You know, I might say one more thing. Some of the finest resumes we've received in a long time have come through that program. Director Adair has mentioned he's read some of those resumes of some of those people that are able to come here if they're chosen to work here, and they've just been outstanding. So they are a qualified, talented pool that we're going to take advantage of. Okay. Next we have Gary Bouchard. Good evening, Mr. Bouchard. Good evening. Yes, sir.
I just got back from a trip to my hometown of Sioux City, Iowa, which is 82,000 people. I noticed they were not having the problem we have with their people. And I stopped in and talked to the city manager there. I asked him why we're having so much of a problem out here and they're not having the problem west. He said it's strictly a matter of ethics, the way people think that they're more proud of their community. And I was talking to Isaac Guerrero a couple of times, the teacher, and I'm just wondering, I'm assuming that these acts are not being done by people my age, is that correct? So it's not turned on? You can still hear me? I'm that loud, huh? Good.
We're up to speed with what you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if these kids need some counseling of some kind, because they're maybe it's because, I mean, they don't make money doing this. It's not like people steal because they're hungry. People steal because they're envious, you know, but I mean, they're not making money. Just wondering if they have an agenda. Can they be counseled? Is there a way to fix this problem without raising taxes? Because I'm against raising taxes. It's the Republican in me coming out. Because as you know, I'm a liberal, but every now and then I get that Republican thing going for me. The other thing I want to talk about is I'm paying $400 a year to have a homeowners association that's doing nothing for me. Put this in perspective. I pay $440 every quarter to Clark County. What do I get out of that? Well, I get libraries, I get streets, get a police department, fire department, lots of things, lights and everything. All I get from my HOA is excuses. And to me, a bigger problem in this community, at least where I live, it's like code violation, code violation, code violation. And I've called the code people up to the point they probably hate me. But they're so understaffed, I don't think they actually have the manpower to handle all the calls I make alone. And I'm just wondering if maybe the HOAs are not really doing their jobs. Maybe we should, I'd rather give that money back to the city and get some authority to where we can fix some of these problems. The thing that just drives me crazy, you know, kids are young. When I was young, I did some crazy things. You get older and you wisen up. But I never understand why homeowners are doing things to make their own neighborhood look like crap. For example, a guy across the street cannot get his garbage cans inside the garage. He leaves them out all week long. It's so easy. You know, it's not a situation where somebody can't afford to paint their house. That's a different thing. But I just don't understand. And like I said, I'm not blaming the city for any of this. I'm just saying I think there's some things we need to look into, because I think one of the big problems, at least in my area, is a downwardly spiral community, because home values are going to go down if we don't enforce codes better.
You know, Mr. Bouchard, on the psychology of the graffiti, Mr. Blackburn, Director Blackburn, has spent a lot of time on that. That might be interesting to discuss. And seriously, when you move into, and I shouldn't be, this is not a discussion tonight, but people move in those homeowners associations and they sign up for that stuff. If you want to get out of that homeowner association, you can move to Prump. They don't have any there, and we would help you. You know,
yeah, and I've thought about
favorable
that.
for you.
If I could
and
find a
I've
job
got a
up there, I
trailer.
would do it.
Okay.
In fact, I can get a job. I'm just a little short because they need a movie theater up there, but they say I need $1 million liquid before they'll rent me a building.
We're just having fun with you,
So
but
if,
we understand.
I'm not having fun. If you guys could raise $1 million for me, I'd be out of your hair. I'd move to Pahrump.
Well, we really don't want you to move, you know.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Well,
right.
you say that now.
Thank you very much.
Give me some time, okay?
Next, we have Mr. Ramoz, Renaud, R-A-M-O-Z. Are you here? Oh, here we go, sir. Okay. Sorry if I...
Reynolds Ramos.
Oh, Reynolds Ramos.
Yeah,
okay.
with a Z.
All right, I'm sorry, sir.
Do I have to introduce myself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my name is Reynolds Ramos. I live at 1225 Equator Avenue, North Las Vegas, 89032. Is that sufficient? I'll start off with in the name of the Lord. I was reading an article in the Review Journal a couple weeks ago, and it has to do with immigrant health care under the Affordable Care Act. 3 cities are initiating this in New York.
Could you speak up for me a little?
I'm sorry.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
We can push it.
That's
if you do.
okay. That's okay. I can deal with it.
I really want to hear this.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 cities are initiating this. I think it's in the spring. It's New York, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. And I would like to request that we take this into consideration. Maybe we should and could offer the immigrants in this city the same
Would
thing.
like to hand that to the city manager right there.
The article itself?
Yeah.
Sure. Another thing I would like to request, there are some cities, I don't know if I'm calling this right or not, but what they call safe havens cities for immigrants, and I would request that we make North Las Vegas a safe haven for immigrants. I'm going to switch now. I have another thing on my mind about our police department, and what I want to suggest. It's not my idea, but I'm not going to get into where the idea comes from, but to have our police force have black police officers in black neighborhoods and brown police officers in brown neighborhoods and white police officers in white neighborhoods. And if you have a combination, have a white and a black police officer together, and if they encounter someone that's white, let the white police officer deal with them. And if they encounter somebody that is black, let the black police officer or brown police officer deal with that individual. And I guess basically that's about it.
We are the most racially diverse city in the state of Nevada. We are everywhere. Our people are people of color throughout this whole area. There is no section where any certain group or people live, and we don't see our city that way, and our police department doesn't recognize that people are people here. But our our chief in the police is in the back if you'd like to talk to him about that, though.
I have. I've been to a couple of the meetings and stuff like this, but I brought that up,
Okay.
And the last thing, can I just say something else about immigration and because I think we should just open up the borders, and I don't think that we should be, but this thing is going on with Syria, that we should back off and be afraid. We say that, we in God we trust. It's It's on our money and stuff like that, so we shouldn't back off. As a matter of fact, if we believe in our way of life, I would say, hey, bring the worst of the terrorists here, because I feel like, I could talk to them and, convince them that our way is better, the way we doing things here in America.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I do want to say one thing. Chief Perez and Chief Lytle are both here in the back, and since Perez has had that horrible issue there, they have been working regionally. Don't think that we operate in a vacuum over here in North Las Vegas. Our whole region understands the importance of this. We're all watching together. Of course, there's awful people in this world, and we want to be careful that we watch for them. But I just wanted to recognize you two as being regional players and in the discussion of safety for every resident within Southern Nevada. And I want to thank you for that, Chiefs. That'd be all right.
Well, on that same note,
Well, you're done, sir. You're
we
done.
have.
You're done. You've had your 3 minutes. Okay, but you can visit with them if you'd like.
Well, I can come back again, right?
Is there anybody else who would like to speak to the council this evening? Seeing none, we will close this portion of public comment, and this meeting is adjourned.